us for our third episode of our February Superfan series, Cheering Others On. This week, before we start, you'll need a couple things. Like usual, you'll need your workbook, and it looks like this. You'll also need your bag that says week number 3. So make sure you grab these 2 items. Last week, we talked about the importance of being kind to friends and family. Kindness is showing others that they are valuable by the way that you treat them. And so this week, we're going to be learning about something brand new. These past couple weeks, we've been enjoying getting to know our new friend, Belle. So let's see what she's been up to while we've been gone.
What's up? I'm Belle, and if you're like me, you really like cheering people on, whether it's in a sport or just everyday life. I love being a super fan for people that I love and showing them kindness. Kindness is showing others they are valuable by how you treat them. Something I've learned as a super fan is that kindness isn't the same for everyone. You have to use different kinds of cheering for different kinds of people. For instance, at a golf tournament, you don't want to use an air horn. Wouldn't be good. So you have to cheer one way for baseball, which could be the wave, and then you have to cheer another way for tennis, which is clapping, and you have to cheer another way for soccer, which is this. So if you want to show someone they're valuable, you can cheer for them. Or like you will see in today's story, you can give them a little extra. Let's go see what Pastor Mariah is doing.
Thanks so much, Belle. You really are a super fan. So this month, we're talking all about kindness. And every week, we have a point of the day to help us remember the lesson of that day. And so today's point of the day is this: be kinder than you have to be. What does that mean, being kinder than you have to be? Have you ever heard the phrase, go the extra mile? It means doing more than you have to. Did you know that that actually comes from the Bible? And we're going to be learning more about that today. So, what would it look like for you to be kinder than you have to be? Maybe you have a snack and your brother or sister asks you for a bite, and instead of giving them 1 bite, you give them 2. That's being kinder than you have to be. So, for today's question of the day, you're going to discuss with those around you. And the question is this: what does being kinder than you have to be look like for you? So discuss this with those around you, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, let's talk about our Bible verse. So the Bible verse for the month is found in the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 12. It's a little bit of a long one, but we can do it together. Let's read it. You are God's chosen people. You are holy and dearly loved. So put on tender mercy and kindness, as if they were your clothes. Don't be proud. Be gentle and patient. One of the ways that I remember Bible verses is by putting actions to the words. So let's do some actions today for our Bible verse. So everybody get up, stand up, give it a stretch. You're going to need it. Are you ready? The actions go like this. So you go you, so you point out first. Are God's, and then you point up. Chosen people, so you're going to do this like you're choosing people, okay? And then you're going to go you, again like this, are holy. So you're going to put like a halo on top of your head like you're an angel. You are holy and dearly loved. And then you're going to wrap your arms like this. Then you're going to go like this. You're going to rub your arm gently so put tender mercy and kindness. So you're going to point like a smile, right? Because when you're kind, smile, okay? As if they were your clothes. So you're going to pretend that you're putting on like a pair of pants, okay? So put on your clothes like this. Don't, so you're going to wave like do not. Be proud. You're going to puff up your chest, right? Because remember we talked about how being proud was thinking more of yourself than others. So don't, wave your finger, don't. Be proud. And you're going to go be gentle, like you're rocking a baby, right? Because when you rock a baby, you're gentle. And patient. And then you're going to tap your wrist like you're tapping your watch for being patient. Okay, so you ready? Let's go through it one more time. So you are God's chosen people. You are holy and dearly loved. So put tender mercy and kindness. Don't be proud. Be gentle, so you're rocking a baby, and patient, like that, okay? So we're gonna go over those actions at the end of our lesson. So that's what I use to help me remember our Bible verse better. All right, before we get to our story, let's play a game. So you remember, every week we're doing a different game for our competition. So don't forget to mark your score at the end of this week's episode in your workbook. So today we're going to be playing a Mighty Kids favorite, okay? We're going to be playing Face the Cookie. So if you've never played this before, it's simple. In your bag, week number 3, you got a little bag with an Oreo for each person that's there, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Oreo and you're going to put it on your forehead like this. Okay, you're going to have to lean your head back a little bit, okay? And what you have to do is you have to wiggle your face like this. You have to wiggle like that. Ooh. And you have to get the cookie all the way to your mouth, okay? But you're not allowed to touch it with your hands. So you have to put it on your forehead, you have to wiggle it all the way down your face into your mouth, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pause this video and you're gonna time yourself, okay? So you can get a grown-up to time you, your brother, your sister, to see how long it takes you to get the cookie from your forehead all the way into your mouth, okay? Are you ready? Good luck! Were you able to get the cookie? I know, sometimes that game can be hard. So, let's talk about today's Bible story. It's found in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 41. Have you ever heard the saying, go the extra mile? It means to do more than you have to. Did you know that it's actually a saying from the Bible? So in Bible times, if you were really powerful, you could make people do whatever you wanted them to do. So say you were like a soldier in the army, okay? So what you could do is you could walk down the road and you could pick any person that you saw walking down the road. And you could give them all your gear, all your supplies that you were carrying. Because back in Bible times, obviously they didn't have cars or trucks. So if you wanted to carry something, you either had to put it on a horse or you had to carry it yourself. And so what they could do is they could go take all their gear off and give it to someone else to carry. But the rule was you could only make them carry it for a mile. So obviously you couldn't make them carry it the whole way. So you take off all your stuff and you'd make the person walk a mile. So if the person was walking down the road and they're going the other way and you're like, hey, you carry my stuff. They had to drop everything that they had to put your stuff on, and they had to walk a mile. And then after a mile, they'd take it off, and then you could pick someone else, and they had to go a mile. And so obviously, this was not ideal. People didn't like this, because if you were walking to your friend's house, and then all of a sudden a soldier came and made you pick up all his stuff, well, it obviously put a wrench in your plans. And so they were talking to Jesus, and they said, Jesus, what do we do with this? And Jesus said, you know what? If someone asks you to walk a mile, walk 2. Wow, Jesus, really? So if somebody asks me to carry all their stuff for a mile, I have to say, you know what? I'm gonna do 2. People weren't really happy with that. But that's where the saying came from, to go the extra mile. Go an extra mile for someone else. So today's point of the day, be kinder than you have to be, is like going the extra mile. So if somebody asks you, say, to borrow $1, you lend them $2. Or if maybe your brother or sister or friend asks to play with your toy for 5 minutes, you let them play with it for 15 minutes. Right? That's going the extra mile. That's being kinder than you have to be. We can never go wrong with going the extra mile for people. We can never go wrong with being kinder than we have to be. And so I want you guys to remember that today. Be kinder than you have to be. Let's see what Belle's been up to while we've been gone.
Jesus' disciple, Matthew, wrote down one of Jesus' most famous sermons, which is sometimes called the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus taught so many things about kindness, like letting your light shine so others can see it, don't judge other people, love your enemies, and Jesus also said this: suppose someone forces you to go 1 mile, go 2 miles with them. This is called going the extra mile, and what this means is Jesus wants us to be kinder than we have to be. Maybe that looks like making your bed when you weren't told and cleaning the rest of your room even if you weren't told to do so. Sometimes it means doing something you know you should do before you're even told to do it and doing it with a good attitude. See, going the extra mile, we do that because we follow Jesus. And when you do that, you're pointing people to him, and people can see how much Jesus loves them through your kindness. So here's one thing to remember for today. Be kinder than you have to be. Show people a little extra kindness even when they don't see it coming. See you next week.
All right, that wraps up our 3rd episode of our February series on kindness. I can't believe we're already 3/4 of the way done. So let's review what we learned today. The point of the day is be kinder than you have to be. And for our Bible verse, we learned some actions. So let's go through them again together. They go like this. So you're going to start with you are God's chosen people. You are holy and dearly loved. So put on tender mercy and kindness as if they were your clothes. Don't be proud. Be gentle and patient. Colossians 3:12. So that's what we learned today. So remember, don't forget to go the extra mile for those around you. For this week's challenge, you have to do exactly that. Pick someone in your life to go the extra mile for. If they ask you to do something, do more than you have to. And when you do, write it down in your book. I can't wait to see you for the last episode of our kindness series next week. Have a great week. Bye.